we're going to do here this evening is, first of all, thank our sponsors. There are 4 of them. The Swatara Watershed Association is your primary sponsor. League of Women Voters, people are here helping us in that regard, doing the timing. We want to try to keep this in a format that moves along, so they're going to be doing that for us.
Well, will preserved farms be sacrificed, and can the politicians and lawyers force pipeline across preserved farms? I think we heard the answer was yes from you, right, from Linda?
Yes.
That's a one-word answer, yes. Tom?
And conservation easement.
And on conservation easement, okay. Tom? Oh, go ahead, Mike. I didn't realize somebody else had an answer.
We administer the Farmland Preservation Program. There's a number of different sources of money for that program. There's the county money, there's the state money, and then there's federal money. If there's any federal dollars involved, then recently we're in the middle of a lot of litigation or whatever going on. But the federal program has said no. If there's any federal dollars involved, you can't put a pad on it, you can't put a compressor station on it, and you can't put a pipeline across it. Now the state
Federal
program,
farm and ranch
that's
land
the
protection.
federal dollars that come with the federal.
So then they cannot.
They can. A lot of our preserve farmers are feeling very upset about that because now they're losing out on all of this money that they believe that they're losing out on. The state program is a lot more generous, and the county program, the county dollars usually mirror the state regulations. But yeah, depending on the program that's involved. And then open space like clean and green, obviously, is rollback taxes and a lot of that.
You're allowed underground infrastructure on every.
The question is another general, but I think it was probably Lynn who was talking about this. How can one find out how close their property is to any potential pipelines, compressor stations, etc.?
It should be on your deed. Somewhere in your deed, if you have a pipeline on your land, it'll be in your deed. If you are close to a pipeline, I would suggest going to your conservation districts, and I would suggest either going to your conservation district or go to the county courthouse and look up. Just take a look at the local aerial views. You can actually even do it online. Just do a Google search, and you can actually do it online as well. But I always recommend the conservation district because these guys really are your eyes and ears on the ground when it comes to pipelines, and I hate to put more work on you guys than you already have. I'm on the board at the Chester County Conservation District, and I know that these guys really are the first to know about pipelines. Do they know as soon as they should know? Absolutely not. But they may know a little bit sooner than you do, and they may have access. Maybe you guys can address that. Well, should people come to you folks to look and see if there's a pipeline close to them?
Prior to DEP removing that authority from us, 2.5 years ago, DEP said, okay, everything to do with gas, we are now going to take care of,
right.
And we're going to remove that authority from the conservation districts. So the companies actually had to come to us prior to getting permits so that we could do the preliminary reviews before the pre-application, so we knew where they're going to go
right.
before they even applied for permits. Like now, we find out after the fact. So we do find out. There is also another tool online. You go to the DEP website and you sign up for e-notice. And what it does is you register and they will send you an electronic notice every time there's a permit, and you define what type of permits and what geographic area you want. Every time there is a permit applied for, anytime there's action taken on that permit, and when it's finalized or amended and terminated, you will get a notice on that. That's also attached to something that's called e-map, so that once you get that notice, you can actually go onto a map and see exactly the point where that pipeline or that pad or whatever that permitted activity is, and again, you can see just how close it is to your property line. That's a useful tool. It's a cumbersome tool, but it's a useful tool.
There's also, and Joellen will have this on their website, my contact information, but there's also a website with the U.S. Department of Transportation's Pipeline Hazardous Safety Materials Administration that has a national mapping system, and that's what it's called, it's the National Mapping System. You log on to that, you put your county in, and it will show you where the pipelines are in your county, and then you extrapolate from there backwards to your location.
But those are only the FERC regulated ones, right?
Those are interstate.
Right, and they won't show you.
And they may not show you intrastate, and yeah.
all privately owned lines.
Exactly. That's why I started by saying that you guys would be the best resource, because historically, you did have that data. So existing pipelines, I would think the Conservation District would be one of your, plus I think everybody should get to know their Conservation District if you don't.
Does anyone know the status of Senate Bill 1100, the gas tax fee?
It's